job loss, mass layoffs, inflation, the economy. It's all going down. 2026. Welcome back to the show, you guys. We'll get into some videos today about mass layoffs and people out here feeling the effects. Let's go.
True, don't get sugar coated. Keep it real so you know we gon' be speaking on it. Got the latest headlines on what's going down. We keep our eyes open before it all hits the ground. Southern economies, hit that light. Make sure you subscribe, real talk, real true, real life, we go survive. I got my eye wide open.
Yes, guys, keep your eyes open for everything that's going on. Make sure you got some money in the bank. Things set aside so you don't get blinded. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We keep it real over here. We're going to survive during hard times. We are preppers. Keep in case the, SHTF comes among us. And today we got a lot of people letting people know online that they have been laid off and they're kind of in the loss of what to do next, because you never expect these layoffs to happen, but they do. They come, they surprise, they like a thief in the night. And when they do come, you need to know what to do next and how to handle it. But we're going to play these videos of people going through it, you guys. Then we'll give some commentary.
I just got laid off from my job, and there's something that is really, really difficult about sitting in the now, waiting, trying to figure out what is meant for me, where I'm going to end up, what I'm going to end up doing, and not trying to rush the phase that I'm currently in. Like, I'm wanting to bring in income, and so my mind is going crazy, and I'm feeling like I need to email 5,000 companies to apply for them, and I need to post 10,000 times on here to hurry up. Okay, I need to make money. I need to hurry up and get myself and my family back up to where we were. It is so hard to just sit and be still and listen instead of talk and receive instead of ask for this phase that I'm in right now, to try to determine what's meant for me and what is right for me. That is so hard for me. And I am the biggest believer that the universe is always got your back, always looking out for you. And I always feel like you receive messages and signs when you need to and when it's right for you. And patience was my word for 2026, and patience has always been something that is so hard for me. And now I'm forced to sit here and be patient. I'm forced to kind of sit here and figure out what my next steps are and where I go from here. It's just really difficult. It is really difficult for me. I think it's difficult for a lot of people, but it's an interesting, that space of being in the in-between. I am sitting in the in-between right now, and that space is just really difficult to sit in.
Isn't it as soon as you get laid off, you go into panic mode and you fill out 80 applications because you be trying to replace that job as soon as possible, which is, it makes sense because nobody trying to miss a paycheck when you got real bills. You know what I mean? The young ones, they and hate it and keep going. You probably still at home. But if you're adulting and you have your own place and you have a car note and you got insurance and all that stuff, switching is like a headache, and it's like a race to get the next thing, you know. I always tell people, make sure you got something extra just in case. But people out here really feeling these layoffs, y'all. And the jobs, the first quarter is always hard. It's always the big layoff season. What we had last year, the federal jobs was getting hit hard. It was federal this, federal that. Every time we came online, it was the federal. You're losing your job. They laying off. It was mass layoffs. So now we're on to this year, 2026 first quarter, and we're getting a lot of tech layoffs, store closing. Yeah, GameStop closing a lot of stores, which we knew that was going to happen anyway. Grocery stores closing. It's just a lot. And I suggest, or if you're in any of these fields and you see this stuff happening now, have some applications on the back burner and some just in case business.
I was going to ask for PTO in March. I think I got it. It's January 5th, 2026, and I just got laid off of my corporate job at 5:05 p.m. I clocked out, and then I got laid off. And then she's like, do you want to meet in the middle so you can give me like our stuff and whatever? And I'm like, girl, I have nothing but time nowadays, I guess. So I'll just drop it off. I don't mind. I'm sure you're a lot busier than I am, as a matter of fact. I'll just be hunting for a job. Like, how do I apply for unemployment? Is that a thing? What job do I go do now? We all know corporate life is like so hard to get into right now. I fought for months to get this corporate job. I'm like frustrated about a million different things right now. But mostly probably the fact that I have no money anymore. What am I to do? Like, there's honestly nothing I can do about it, so I can't just sit here and be upset and sad and cry and complain like I've been doing. Like, cheer up, Buttercup. Nothing you can do. Like, there's just nothing I can do. Anyways.
What's up, everybody? Here we are, January 2026. And not to disappoint, it has come in with a bang. What can I say? Laid off once again. You know, this economy is really starting to irritate the shit out of me. Companies are folding up quicker than a damn fake $2 bill. People are losing their jobs quicker than you can run out of hot water and a good shower. And this shit is just really, really annoying. So, if anybody knows who's hiring, looking for a good HR person, hey, I'm out here again. Look me up on LinkedIn. I'm on there. I'm everywhere. Problem is, every damn body in the same boat I'm in. Oh, everybody in the same damn boat I'm in. What we gonna do?
And you know what job is really hiring the most that you can get in fast is anything got to do with AI. So if you got any qualifications in AI and you're down the rabbit hole of AI, you are going to be successful with finding work at this moment. But everybody is in the same boat. Everybody going through the same thing, and everybody just don't know what to do next when your life change all of a sudden and income is just turned upside down just like that. I'm a big believer in don't sign contracts because you don't know what might happen and you don't want to be in a situation where you cashing a check that your behind can't handle and nobody oh, this just life.
Alrighty, so we are now going into month 4 of this laid off journey. And if you caught my last video and realized, I'm all talking as if I have all these people who are really keeping this close tabs on my journey. But you know what? If you have been, you'll notice that I did not post my last month reflection. And you know why now. So I'm going to touch on pretty much the common themes that went through month 2 and month 3 as I touch on this reflection going into month 4. So month 2, I caught myself being so focused on trying to max out the number of billable hours that I was able to bill for the contractor gig that I had, that truly consumed most of my time when my children were not home. So instead of making sure that I, was applying for jobs and, really keeping my LinkedIn presence going, I actually, all I did was work. And there were times where I was, pulling all-nighters just to get those hours, because I found that if I bill the max that I'm able to bill, which by the way, I've done it, I think 1 week, maybe 2, I think a full invoice, because I invoice every 2 weeks, was fully maxed out. I make close to what I was making as a W-2 employee, gross. But again, I've only done that for 1 invoice or half an invoice. So yeah.
Anywho, but definitely my focus was on trying to bring in as much income as I was bringing in as a W-2 employee. Don't know if that was the right mentality because it took me away from a lot of things I wanted to focus on. And then of course, month 3, I was like, oh, I'm going to change that. But then before you knew it, it was the holidays and I wasn't able to do that. If anything, I billed less hours and that was not fun. So going into month 4, my focus is going to be to get back on a consistent routine for the job hunt. I've already created a document of the companies that I'm keeping a close eye on because I want to be able to catch when they are posting roles on their site versus, you know, depending on job boards like LinkedIn or whatnot. So the goal will be to, you know, make sure that I am checking those job boards 2 to 3 times a week, and attempting to apply for at least 2 to 3 jobs a week, whether it's through those postings on career pages or on job boards, which I'm obviously still keeping an eye on. So I'm just trying to be very intentional with what I do, you know, utilizing some of the resources that I have, and maybe I'll talk about those resources soon. But anyhow, but still maintaining on focusing on me and, you know, still billing hours because I gotta be.
Everybody's doing the same thing, and that's what makes it hard. With so many people being laid off, a lot of people are all applying, so it's just thousands and thousands of applications. HR is probably getting bombarded on apps at this point. That's where we at. And you still got to try to stay optimistic during these times.
Well, it's become clear that big corporate and layoffs are no longer just about poor financial performance. There are 3 new red flags that I think if you're still in corporate, you need to be watching out for. Remember the good old days, right? I'm going back 10, 15, 20, 25 years for the Gen Xers that have been around for a while. Right, layoffs were a last-ditch effort, and typically they were result of very poor financial performance. And a couple of the signs were hiring freezes and or projects being put on hold. Today, that's no longer the case. And you know, doing some research, I found 3 different what I would call red flags that layoffs are probably coming. And would love to hear if you've been a part of one of these. And I'm sure I hear from the corporate apologists that will say, hey, this is just capitalism and it's the way it works. Anyway, we can save that for another conversation. But first one is forced return to office mandates, right? This is where they're trying to pick up a few freebies, people that'll quit because they don't want to come back to the office so they don't have to pay severance. But almost universally, we've seen after the forced RTOs that
blessings in disguise are the best kinds of blessings. I got laid off almost 3 weeks, a month ago, and I just have been so at peace, honestly. Just going with the motions, getting everything I need to get done, but in my order, not the order that my 9 to 5 has me going. And it's Friday morning. I'm about to go to the Katy Trail, got me some good coffee, put on a decent fit. I'm just gonna go walk. I'm not rushed to get home, so I'm just gonna walk as much as I want, jog if I need to, walk more if I need to, but I'm not in a rush of any sort of way. I'm on my own time, and I'm gonna take full advantage of this until I find a new job. And blessings in disguise are the way to go, guys. Just perspective is everything.
I like how this guy's just like, well, fuck it. I'm going to the beach today. I'm going to the beach. I don't got nothing to do, but I'm going to plan my day with ease. I don't care. That's how you sit there and handle stress. I like, he just like, oh, guess I'll go jogging today. Shh, I'll take my time. Cause it's like, really, what can you do? To be honest, all you can do is put in apps to go somewhere else. But at the end of the day, why not take that little free time and say, you know what? I'm gonna get up and just really go to the zoo or sightsee or go hike. I'm gonna do some yoga because I'm always on the go and running and working on the rat wheel. And I'm gonna take this time where I'm looking to do some fun things in between. I like that. It is, yes, it's perspective. 'Cause you could take it a different way. You could take it as you stress you out, or you could take it like that guy did and say, "Well, vacay."
So my husband just got fired along with 30 other people on a government contract via group video call. So yeah, that's where the world is right now. Fun times.
Well, so much for the Dell employees pushing back on that return to office mandate. If you recall, back in June, 50% of the workforce, Dell workforce, which is about 60,000 employees, basically told management, we're not coming back to the office, even if that means no raises, promotions, or eligibility for lateral movement. Well, apparently it didn't take Dell management too long to strike back against that, because it was reported yesterday another massive layoff at Dell. This time up to 12,500 folks will be caught up. There was no detail yet on who or where, but that's in addition to 13,000 people that they let go of last year. So 25,000 people here in 12 months, 18 months, something like that. I'd be super curious to see, what percentage of the layoffs actually were folks that said they weren't coming back to the office. I didn't see that detail anywhere, but if I find it, I will absolutely share it. And it's just not getting any better out there. So if you're Gen X, especially if you're Gen X,
Yep, y'all, we did talk about that last year. Dell laid off a big portion first quarter. I made a video last year around this time about Dell. It was around February, March. They did a big mass layoff, and now it's 13K again. See, if I worked for Dell, I would have been like, nope. And I already had my eggs in a basket, because they do it to you once, they'll do it to you twice.
Off this January. I took notes. Let's talk about it. If you think that January layoffs were a surprise, or if you have not yet heard about them, they are coming. Over 100 companies have filed official warn notices, which are legally required when companies plan mass layoffs. That list includes Amazon, FedEx, General Motors, Nike, Verizon, Wells Fargo, McDonald's, Spirit Airlines, and many, many, many more. Here's what a warn notice means. So under federal law, companies must give 60 days notice before laying off 50 or more workers, cutting 1/3 of a work site, or laying off 500 employees total. So these layoffs were decided before the holidays. I'm sure you've heard of some of them. According to the article that I read, more than 1.1 million layoffs happened in 2025. I actually believe there was more, but we couldn't really track that because we missed some of those numbers towards the end of last year due to the government shutdown. Unemployment claims are rising. Economists say layoffs don't always signal a collapsing economy. I disagree. Experts point to corporate restructuring, profit maximizing decisions, leadership prioritizing shareholders, uncertainty around trade, fiscal policy, and AI. One labor economist says uncertainty makes employers pull back on hiring. An HR consultant says this isn't about the economy falling apart. It's about who companies are choosing to protect. Bottom line, January layoffs are coming. They're documented, they're planned, they are already in motion. Well, guys, different year, same shit.
Guys, don't get discouraged, man. Just keep going. Y'all know what time it is. This is the beginning. This is the year where all the job loss usually happen the most. Things get slow, people go into panic, people start cutting the budget and trying to see where it works. And when things pick up, then they start bringing people back on. That's how it goes. Tech has been getting hit hard, very hard. Just keep in the good work, the fight, the good work is looking. Keep in the work of looking, finding something else until things get better to you. Stay optimistic. Let me know what you think down in the comment about all these layoffs. Have you been affected by any of these layoffs during these times? Have you seen them cutting them people at your job? Have you seen some of your coworkers being let go? And be there for people when they are. If you got friends that got let go, keep in contact with them. Try to keep them their spirits uplifted during this, because it's always a very trying time for the American people when the job loss occurs. Down below, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'm the Sub of the Comments. We keep our eyes open on some of the current events that's going on, like the economy, job loss, evictions, policy changes, all those good things. We try to keep a positive outlook on things that's going on, but we also keep it real over here and show the truth, right? Because I don't sugarcoat the truth. Down below, if you would like some merch, we have coffee mugs, t-shirts, hoodies. You can click any of the links down at the storefront if you would like some Southern Economist merchandise, because this where the truth don't get sugar coated, and that's the logo, right? So we're gonna leave out with the Southern Economist anthem. Call this song "The Truth Don't Get Sugar Coated." We keep our eyes open. Until the next video, love you guys. See you later. I'm out.
Truth don't get sugar coated. Keep it real so you know we gon' be speaking on it. Got the latest headlines on what's going down. We keep our eyes open before it all hits the ground. Southern Economist, hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. Real talk, real true, real life, we go survive. I got my eye wide open, but when the markets hit the ground, you got them pockets wide open. When them dividends come around, oh baby, just hit that like, subscribe. I might teach you a little something about how to make $1 out of dime. I'm a real prepper, stockpiling before the shit hit the fan. I only trust in God, I don't depend on man. Truth don't get sugar coated, we keep it real and we keep it rolling. Truth don't get sugar coated. Keep it real so you know we gon' be speaking on it. Got the latest headlines on what's going down. We keep our eyes open before it all hits the ground. Southern Economist, hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. Real talk, real true, real life, we gon' survive. People talking about job loss, big corporate layoff. Folks losing their home and their car, it feels so off. We like to prepare so we not looking lost. We always pay attention, stay woke at all costs. True don't get sugar coated. Keep it real so you know we gon' be speaking on it. Got the latest headlines on what's going down. We keep our eyes open before it all hits the ground.